Good day to you, Cancer. Welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. This is a general reading for your Sun, your Moon, your Venus, and your Rising. So I'll take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. And if any part of this reading resonates with you, please remember to subscribe to my channel. So Cancer, you have some interesting cards that have come up here. So I'm just going to do a general reading as per normal, and we'll see where this reading takes us to, and we'll see what is the message that Spirit has for you. Your first card up is the Sun card. Beautiful card, beautiful energy here. It's like a promise of new beginnings, of things being in such a happy place, and life getting better for you and you enjoying all of that. Your second oracle card is 6th chakra Archangel Metatron, and it is in reverse position. And then you have Goddess of the Moon, also in reverse position. And underneath the Sun, you've got the Page of Wands, you've got the Strength card, and you've got the King of Swords. And underneath 6th chakra, you have got, excuse me, 5 of Swords. You have got the Devil, this is Capricorn energy. You've got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and underneath Goddess of the Moon, you've got the Empress. You have 8 of Pentacles, and you have 10 of Swords, as you can see. So quite an interesting layout here. Some of you could be starting, getting involved in something new, or you've got this exciting person that's got a lot of ideas in your space. Very bohemic in their style of being. So they're coming through to you with these new ideas, with these new opportunities, and you are really having to gather your strength in these situations, make decisions, and move forward. Some of you could have an air sign in your space. We're looking at air sign is Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Could be part of your chart as well. More likely, you could be finding yourself attracted to this air sign, or you could be starting this new opportunity with this air sign, which calls upon you to be very calm, very focused, in control of yourself, controlling the situation, controlling the narrative, so that you know where this is going to. However, we do see that there is this disconnect with the 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. You seem to have a disconnect, almost like this, you don't trust yourself at the moment, Cancer. You're going through this phase where you don't trust yourself. And we see that some of you could have been engaged in situations or in battles that have actually left you very, very tired. You literally, I can use the word weary. You are weary of the struggles. And things have just not always worked out. Some of you could have gotten involved in a very toxic situation, a relationship that started off exciting, that had this promise of newness, of new beginnings. And it could have very well have been here in this recent past where somebody had come along with these beautiful promises that has now left you in this state of despair. We can see that some of you are even struggling with regards to financial situations. And it's all because it could very well have been this drama that has just recently happened, that you've gone through this promise of a new beginning that has now caused you a lot of stress and a lot of worry. We see that, this disconnect continues here into the future, where things seem to not be wanting to work out for you, where you have lost your confidence, you lost your faith. However, you need to look at this beautiful Empress energy. You are moving towards this creativity, towards this space of love and entitlement almost, and some people think that entitlement is such a bad word. I feel it depends on the context, You are entitled to being treated well. You are entitled to be loved and to be respected and honored. Especially when, you know that you have brought your part to the table and you've done your best. So, is it wrong to expect to be treated correctly? And you have this coming up here in your reading, this expectation. And we see that with this 8 of Pentacles, there is this financial reward, but there's also this 10 of Swords talking to me about betrayal. Some of you could be dealing with a lot of betrayal right now, Cancer. There's a lot of trauma that is going on in your situations. Someone has to ask oneself, what is going on here? So let me get a few more cards for clarity, because this new beginning has just not been very good for you. We see that you've got the 8 of Wands in reverse. You've got the 9 of Cups in reverse. You've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. You've got the Emperor in reverse, the Strength in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse. You've got the King of Cups upright, the Moon upright, Pisces energy upright here, and Seven of Swords. Definitely there has been a lot of things that you've had to deal with here, Cancer. Things that you may not have thought was supposed to have happened in your situation. I think I'm just going to break this down and read this layer by layer for you, because this seems to be quite intense for that what some of you seem to be going through. We see this promise of news. You know, there was you had to be very, it's almost as though you couldn't just respond immediately, and you had to deal with other people that were, maybe they were very you could call them a creative genius in many ways, but however they didn't have the foundation that you needed to take the risk that was required. They didn't have exactly what it is that you needed from them to take this risk that you had to take. And we see this coming through. Some of you could have just rushed off into something without having all the facts. You know, you could have been, the thing is that, you know, you felt very, it seems as though you were feeling very ignored. You were feeling very disempowered, and you wanted to be part of the collective almost, and therefore you rushed in and you made some decisions. You know, you could have expected support from other people, you could have expected to have strength from other people, but instead you didn't get that. What you got was, it seems as though some of you could have engaged in some kind of a battle of wills with somebody. There could have been something that happened. You came up against this King of Swords energy, and it sort of like backfired. It backfired. There could have been something that was going on here with you, Cancer, that backfired and didn't work out the way you expected it to work out. And we see that even though there's this Aries energy coming through here, some of you, and you've got this Leo energy, Pisces energy. So there's a lot of other people that seem to have been involved in your trauma. Definitely there's been, some of you have been through a hell of a battle, it seems like it, where there were things that had happened, and you got to ask yourself whether you were the catalyst. You got King of Cups twice here, you've got Five of Swords twice in this reading. You got to ask yourself, what part did you play in all of this? You know, I do believe for empowerment, self-empowerment, we need to look at ourselves first. We need to look at what role did we play in the chaos. We can't just blame anybody else and say, I didn't do anything. You need to take responsibility for your actions in the part that you played in this chaos. You know, we see that you're having to change the way you view things. You may not have been very grounded in your decisions that you made. You could have engaged, like I said, in some kind of confrontation with somebody. Something that had started off as a new beginning could have become a very competitive situation, and a battle, some kind. There were words spoken, there was communication that had gone through. You see, there's a back and forth of words. You've got this Eight of Wands twice. So definitely communication was back and forth with things were not, there was a lack of kindness and respect on both sides. We see that, I can use the word arrogance, that's what is coming through to me. There was some arrogance in the way the manner was handled, the way the discord was handled, the way the situation was handled. There seems to have been a lack of trust, a lack of faith in this relationship. This is obviously some kind of a relationship that just turned sour and became very, very bitter. Some of you could have been in this long distance relationship, waiting for answers, waiting for somebody to come towards you, waiting for reconciliation, waiting for some peace, but that has not been forthcoming. Instead, there's just been bitterness and arguments and fighting and discord and mistrust, and it's things that have happened that have made you feel very disempowered, have made you feel very upset about stuff. But even though all of this has happened, Tarot is saying here to me is that, Cancer, you need to change the way you are approaching the situation, and you need to calm your inner self down and start to treat yourself with love and respect and kindness, and treat those around you with love and respect and kindness. But even though you want to lash out in fierce battle and be argumentative and show that you're not a pushover, you need to hold on for something better, because there is something better coming towards you. And if you set out now to let this ripple effect of negativity take over your space, it's just going to affect the outcome. So treat yourself with love, treat the situation with kindness, and know that there is better news coming towards you. There is going to be better opportunities coming towards you. Some of you could be having a love situation with somebody from another country, or somebody from another background, or somebody that's very different from what you know. So Cancer, we see that some of you are waiting for this love message, and as you're letting yourself become more grounded and become more loving and more receptive to love, you are sending out this vibration of love, and there's an expectation of a love situation coming towards you. Some of you could be getting involved with a Pisces person, a Leo person. I see that as well in your reading. So there's this Pisces energy that could be coming towards some of you Cancer people, and it's something that will bring you a lot of happiness, a lot of peace, and it's a wonderful opportunity for you not to give into despair, not to get depressed about the situation, not to become upset about the situation, but to trust that the situation is going to work out in your favor. Even though some of you might have your doubts about it, you may be feeling that you're worrying about things and you're not ready for this renewed sense of hope, and you lacking faith in this new relationship or this new opportunity. But you need to find it within yourself to forgive the past and to move on and accept that you could have this new love situation coming towards you. We see that there has been a lot of betrayal in the past, and you got to be very mindful. Some of you may want to protect yourselves from things, from situations. Trust your instincts in matters. If you feel that this love situation coming towards you is not something that you can trust, guard yourself against that. But remember, you can't guard against everything. Some of you must be aware that there could definitely be some form of theft or fraud in your future. You need to make sure you check the dotted lines, especially when it comes to contractual information or contracts that some of you could be dealing with. Make sure you read documents carefully and you go over everything, because you have the wisdom from the past to make good choices in your present and your future. So especially when it comes to things where betrayal, you know the signs. Some of you this could be a very specific reading for somebody out there who's going through a divorce, separation of some kind, or somebody who's also just had this bad altercation with friends or an ex-lover where things are not working out very well, and there's some form of miscommunication and some form of problem. So if you're in a breakup situation, this could very well be for you. Be very mindful of what is going on and where this is going towards, Cancer. So I'm going to draw some cards from Sacred Traveler. You've got Wondrous Universe, Overcoming Obstacles, and you have the Narrow Pathway. So you need to be very confident about yourself and who you are as a person, your value system, and know that you should just walk in peace and love and walk in this beauty of knowledge, of knowing that you have what it takes to overcome these situations. And with that knowledge, you can overcome whatever obstacles you are facing. You can have this confidence and this faith within yourself. But remember to always tread lightly on this path, especially when dealing with other people, with dealing with egos, with dealing with yourself. Be mindful of yourself. Have enough wisdom and knowledge about yourself to know when you are overdoing things, when you need to pull yourself in, when you're being overly sensitive, when you are going off this pathway. So be mindful of that. So just tread very carefully, tread very thoughtfully as you're moving forward, Cancer. I'm going to draw some cards from the Starseed Oracle to see what is the message here for you from Starseed Oracle. This is get a beautiful grounding message. Wait. You've got this card that says wait. And it's very, very often in life we want to rush through things, and especially now with everything that you have been going through, you may be feeling a little bit of anxiety that you want to rush through things and you want to make things happen for yourself. But this is not what the Starseed Oracle is advising for you. Sometimes you must be very mindful of not being very reactive in life. Rather wait to see what is happening, and you could have gotten into the habit of responding in a certain way, especially when it comes to dealing with these conflicts here. You've got to be very mindful of that you are not creating this trauma intention within yourself to say, you know, I've been hurt and I don't want to be hurt. So instead of being reactive, you need to be very calm about things. You need to make sure that you're not going into overdrive, and you're not also expecting to have responses and answers immediately. You need to be very calm. You need to rest. You need to not move from one extreme to the other. You need to remember that you don't have to solve all your problems in one day. They didn't start in one day. It happened over a period of time. And now you just need to slow down and enjoy your life. You can't allow yourself to become caught up with all kinds of trauma. Just be very calm in your situations and not allow yourself to get very stressed out. So wait, it's not yet time. Things are still being woven. So be calm, Cancer. The future still needs to unfold. So take care, Cancer, and I hope you've enjoyed this reading. And please remember to subscribe if any part of this reading resonated with you. Until next time, goodbye.